Well, is he on there?
Oh, it looks like it, sir. Customs have been on board and there is a passenger with a passport in the name of Helmut Rayfuss.
Must be him. The Germans don't usually screw up their information. Well, I suppose there could be more than one Helmut Rayfuss in Hamburg.
So it's the kid glove treatment?
Yes, exactly. We'd better let those passengers off.
You're right. Something is going on. They will recheck baggage on the quayside. Passport. You go first.
Eleven down and one to go. Wonder if he's tumbled us.
Well, he can't go anywhere else, can he?
There's only 12 passengers listed. She's the 12th and last.
Well, somebody's miscounted. Search a ship.
Right. Yes, sir? Been over the ship twice. There's no sign of him.
We're too late. But look what I found under the bunk. Well, at least it gives us a bit more breathing space. And his victim, too.
The Germans don't even know who the target is.
They weren't even sure if this man Rayfuss is an assassin. He's got no record. But then he's obviously a top pro. Anonymous and clean.
Just one quick job every now and then disappear.
Yes, he's probably got a greengrocer's shop in some cozy suburb of Hamburg. Just takes a little working holiday every now and then.
He must have a big job lined up now. That was no pea shooter.
Quite. So pull him in. If you can find him.
Well, I'll need some help. It's a pretty big haystack. It's a pity Tom Haggerty's off on another job.
Yes. Well, I'll have a word with the Assistant Commissioner Crime. The sort of weapon Rayfuss uses can't be bought in a supermarket.
Thank you, Catherine the Great. Wasn't that wonderful? Super act. Did I ever tell you how we first met? I will. You see, it was at this cocktail party. And we were standing there, and this fella gave me the eye, so I polished it and gave it back to him. Yes. And then he came straight over to me, and he said to me, "Where did you get those great big blue eyes and that tiny mind?" Excuse me. And he suggested things to me my own brother wouldn't have suggested. I said, "Now, listen, mate." I said, "I'll tell you one thing. I've got it up here." He said, "I don't care where you've got it, dear. I'll find it."
Helga?
He said, "No, it isn't." If I doubt, you do tell your friends, won't you?
Adrian Penfold? Helga? Shall I wait while you,
Oh, no. Come in. I'm not shy if you're not.
Stop teasing him, Helga. Come in, Adrian. Adrian. Let me have a look at you. Well, you're marvelous. Not a day older.
Oh, I'm withering away. But you? Fantastic. Quite fantastic.
How nice of you to come. We must have dinner together.
To tell you the truth, I was so surprised to get your invitation. I thought after that incident in Hamburg last year that you...
A silly misunderstanding. You're forgiven. Besides, I want you to do something for me. It's a professional favor, and of course I'll pay you very well.
What is it you want? But why me? I don't handle this sort of merchandise.
Adrian, you can get this for me. You know you can. If you do it as a friendly gesture, I'll be very, very grateful. If you won't do it as a friend, remember that young French boy in Amsterdam? You really should have been more careful. He didn't recover from...
All right. I'll get it for you. I know someone.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you.
Not exactly helpful.
Yeah. Could be any one of a million different fellas. Any lead on the potential victim?
No. The Germans now believe that he specializes in political assassination. And this would tend to confirm it. Fortunately, it's not easy to replace.
No, Sergeant Ross is getting us a list of all bent arms dealers.
Does this tell us anything?
Not yet. All the identification marks have been removed.
Pity. Our Helmut is rather an elusive gentleman, isn't he?
Like the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Did he ever get caught?
Harry Cook visits Adrian Penfold, antique dealer. Mean anything to you?
No, sir. Should it?
Well, it might not add up to much, but Cook has a record for supplying arms, and he couldn't care less about antiques.
Bill North. Well, I'll be blowed.
Sergeant Ross thinks he may be onto something. Check it out, will you?
Well, naturally, sir.
Look, forget the differences, will you?
Well, they weren't just differences, sir. I got North the elbow from Special Branch.
Because he refused to shoot a man in the line of duty.
That's right, sir.
And in the same circumstances, you would have shot that man.
Yes, sir, I would.
Which presumably makes you a good Special Branch man, and North...
What he is. Good CID man.
Anyway, you've no objection to working with him.
If there's no hassle on his part, sir, there'll be none on mine.
Good. Oh, by the way, he's an inspector now. I just thought I'd mention it.
Bully for him. All right, sir, I'll read the report and phone him.
So it's you.
Have you got it?
It's being delivered.
When?
Sometime today. Perhaps tonight.
I'll come back.
I thought Helmut was coming.
Instead of me, you mean? He might.
I'd prefer to deal with a
Man, I'm sure you would. But you haven't got the message yet, have you? Helmut prefers women. Me in particular. But you'll still help him, won't you? For one reason or another.
bitch.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Your usual?
Please.
A pint of best, please. Are you going to say it? Or shall I?
Say it.
I know that it was mainly down to you that I was removed from the branch, right?
Right. And I'd do the same again in those circumstances.
Because I didn't have the guts to kill a man in cold blood in the line of duty. End of story.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How do you like the CID?
Well, the hours aren't exactly civilized, but they're better than what I was used to.
So what makes you think that what you've come up with has anything to do with our problem?
Firstly, Cook has in the past supplied the sort of goods that you're looking for. Secondly, our antique puff Penfold has been known to deal, but never been caught. Thirdly, Cook and Penfold have been meeting recently.
They were old mates in the nick, weren't they?
Right. Information is that your suspect is probably German.
Yeah, and crafty with it. Has Cook paid any more visits to Penfold's shop?
Not yet, but I've got a man keeping elbow on the place.
I thought you were short-staffed.
Understatement of the year. But I've managed always to keep one pair of eyes on the place.
It's not much to go on, but if things start hotting up, I'll send the electronics boys in, all right?
Okay.
Can you put any pressure on Penfold?
Well, I suppose I could bend his fairy wings a bit, but would it be wise?
Yeah, probably not. At least until Cook delivers the goods.
That's what I thought.
It's the German we want, not the local villains. By the way, congratulations, Inspector.
Service with a smile.
I'll be round right away. Goodbye.
Let me go.
Not this time, sweet. This is my pleasure.
But what if the police
The police were looking for Helmut Refus at the docks and they didn't find him. If by some remote chance they're looking for him at Adrian's place, they still won't find him.
Hello, Adrian. How's business?
Clean.
As a baby's bum.
You put things so delicately.
Seen anything of your old friend Harry Cook lately?
You obviously know the answer to that.
He brought you a parcel, I understand.
He's very helpful. Did some shopping for me. Vegetables.
And you wouldn't dream of shopping for him. Do you mind if we have a look around?
Everything's for sale.
What would you say if I said we'd like to have a look around downstairs?
Probably something like, have you got a warrant?
No problem. I'll be back.
Why is it they look the same the world over?
They know I'm dealing. Come down. Down here. Please hurry. They'll be back.
Will you wait for your money until I get paid?
Yes, anything. Just go.
There are shells also.
Yes, yes. A whole box.
Good. Oh, there is just one more thing, Adrian.
Please, Helmut.
I need something else. A hand weapon with silencer, something small.
I can't. I daren't ask.
Come on! Yours will do. I know you have one. Ah, yes, that's it. The silencer.
I think you'd probably be safer leaving by the back way.
Well, I'm afraid I cannot agree with that idea. I shall leave the way I came. Otherwise, the policeman sitting in the car opposite is going to get suspicious, isn't he?
Yes, all right, but... Helmut, don't come back here with the money. I'll come to see you at the club.
No, love. Think not.
No, Helmut. No, no!
Who found it?
A female American tourist.
It made her day.
And I was here about an hour ago. I thought I'd try a little pressure.
Well done.
There were no callers after I left except for a red-headed woman who came into the shop just as I was leaving and the American woman who found him.
A red-headed woman?
Adrian was very cooperative.
Oh, Helmut, I had an awful feeling.
Why have you been drinking?
I was worried.
But I was magnificent. Perfect.
You killed him, didn't you?
If I could put pressure on Adrian, so could anyone else.
You killed him for that?
I had to do it. It had to be done.
No! You wanted to do it. You enjoy it.
Yes. All right. So I enjoyed it.
My God.
To kill is to be strong. A hunter. A man. It lies deep in all of us. I recognize it. Give it expression.
So?
Rafus must have got off that ship by walking straight past us. It's the only answer. I suggest that he could have been a she.
A man in drag?
Why not?
Well, it's a fair theory. There used to be a certain street in Singapore. Don't know if you know it. Boogie Street?
The fellow's got up his bird, sir, yes.
Yes, well, a gentleman of my acquaintance once got caught there, and he didn't find out until... Anyway, go on.
Oh, Sergeant Ross has been through the passenger list, and we've spoken to the captain and the crew. There was only one young woman on board, Helga Moritz. The others were all over 60. Now, we saw two young women coming off the ship, a dark-haired girl and a redhead. The dark-haired girl was Helga Moritz.
What about this Moritz girl?
Well, immigration says she put touring Southeast England on her form. 10-day visit. I've asked the Germans to check her out, but of course that'll take time.
Which is something we don't have. Right. You'd better come with me to the Belfast.
HMS Belfast?
Yes. Strand is at a reception on board. He wants to have a chat.
Not a word. But Ed speaks Russian quite well, and Wilkinson's absolute little flirt. Somebody told me he was writing a self-teaching manual of the language. Sooner him than me. Excuse me just a moment. Sorry to haul you out here. Some functions I don't like to miss. Let's go on deck, shall we? Problem. A political assassin has slipped into the country. Question. Who is his intended victim? Further question, what are we going to do about it? That a fair summary?
As far as it goes.
Then I think I can narrow the field. Who's head of your list?
The Soviet Premier. He's coming over here this week for talks at Chequers.
#1 favourite on the face of it.
A fair assumption.
Only fair?
The Premier's so well guarded it's a virtual impossibility for a gunman to slip through. I offer a likelier candidate.
Who's that, sir?
General Emiliano Iquiras, self-appointed President and Lord Protector of Domingo. He's coming here in 2 days' time.
The Cromwell of the Caribbean.
A nasty piece of work, that one.
I dare say he'd feel much the same about you, Craven. However, despite his reputation, he's coming here unofficially as a guest of Her Majesty's government, and as such entitled to protection.
What's he coming here for?
Talks. Well, that's the official reason. Of course, he is coordinator of the Mid-Caribbean Defence Pact.
Pity we can't pick and choose our friends anymore.
Great pity. He also has a son, Malcolm, whom I imagine he'll want to visit.
Where's Icarus staying?
The suite at the Winston. He was a bit put out. Expected something rather more grand, apparently.
Is this information being kept confidential, sir?
As far as Her Majesty's government's concerned, yes. However, the Domingo security is possibly less reliable.
It's wide open.
As you say, wide open.
I suggest we leave the arrangements as they are.
Do you?
And then switch at the last moment. Tuck him away somewhere safe.
Could be difficult to arrange. Apparently he's a very suspicious man.
What I've heard, he needs to be.
There have been threats from the Domingo Liberation Party, but you, of course, will no doubt have already monitored those.
Yes, we don't miss much in this area.
Splendid.
So we've got to keep an eye on Icarus as well as the Soviet Premier.
Life's never simple, is it?
Never, sir.
A word of warning. Relations could become strained if Iquiras thinks we're not giving him adequate protection. Apparently he's already under the paranoid delusion that the directors of the old British Bauxite Company are out to kill him.
Perhaps he's right.
I think not, Craven.
Helga Moritz, stripper. She was charged a couple of times after police raids in Hamburg. What I want to know is, what do you have to do to get charged in Hamburg? It says here she worked in drag strip with a partner, one May Butner.
Oh, Penfold's personal possessions. That's all there was. Not much to go on, I'm afraid.
Dragsters. Ever been to this place?
Oh, every night, Ducky.
I meant in line of duty.
No, I don't recall, sir.
Fancy a night out with the, boys?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you that haven't made up your minds, incidentally, sir, can I have my bra back, please? This is what you've all been waiting for. The star of our show, the incredible, the fabulous Catherine the Great.
You're not going to believe this, but she could be the woman who came into Penfold's shop just as I was leaving.
I do believe it. Looks familiar to me, too.
So how did your paper hear of my father's visit? It's supposed to be a secret.
It's not a paper, actually. It's an agency. I'm their Latin American specialist.
Really? You know our part of the world?
Well, no. But I do have a degree in English Lit, and I hated the idea of becoming a school teacher. I've got to live. I also write an agony column for a hideous woman's weekly.
It's a hard life. Should we go over there?
Yeah, why not? Right, let's get down to the nitty-gritties. What about your father's visit?
What about it? My father loves to travel.
All right. What about his politics?
I don't concern myself with them.
Some people call him a dictator.
If they're being polite, yes. If not, they say he's a power-crazed murderer.
And what do you say?
What can I say? He's my father.
Don't you have any opinions of your own?
Yes, but then life is too short.
What do you think of the Domingo Liberation Party?
The DLP have their ideals.
Do you share them?
Not all of them.
Some of them?
Yes, some of them.
Which ones in particular?
Do you really want to know?
You can't sit on that fence forever.
I believe free voting, a democratic government, no imprisonment without trial, no torturing of prisoners to be good ideals. Okay?
Young Malcolm is the key to our problem. The general needs persuading. Who better to do it than his beloved son?
And once persuaded, where do you suggest we put Icarus?
There's a television documentary director called Stanley Mace. Did an in-depth profile of Icarus 2 years ago. Seemed to strike up quite a good relationship with him. He's one of the few British he trusts. Mace has got a houseboat on the Thames. It'll suit our purpose admirably.
It's a bit exposed, isn't it, sir?
Well, he's only here for 3 days. As soon as he's safely tucked away, he will pick up this German suspect and keep him out of harm's way.
Yes, sir. Or at least the CID will.
In connection with the Penfold murder?
Quite. Our only concern is his safety while he's a guest of Her Majesty's government. What happens to him when he's outside this country is somebody else's problem.
Who else will know of these arrangements, sir?
At first, only ourselves. We will try to keep it from the Domagans to the last possible moment.
Yes, sir. One more thing. Will Stanley Mace agree to all this?
Oh, yes, I'm sure he will.
Why should I have Icarus on my boat? The man's a monster. I'm surprised the government are dealing with him at all.
It's a complex world, Mr. Mace.
Why is he coming?
As coordinator of the Mid-Caribbean Defence Pact, the General is not without importance.
Well, that's a joke for a start.
You mean the pact?
And the appointment.
I grant you, Icarus isn't the most brilliant administrator.
And he appointed himself.
Exactly. But that doesn't lessen the pact's value.
To whom?
To our country.
We should stop talking about country and talk about people. The people of Domingo. Do you realize that...
Mr. Mays, we've asked you here because General Icarus is in danger. Now, you're a friend of his.
Was a friend. Let's get it right, shall we?
Yes, all right, Mr. Mace, I won't quibble. Our information is that he likes you and trusts you.
Can't imagine why. When I made that film, I was pretty outspoken about the way things were going in Domingo.
But he listened.
Oh, he listened.
Then he respects you. That's why you can help us.
I don't want to know.
Not even for old time's sake?
Look, Icarus executes his political enemies in the streets while his army savages the country. There's no old time's sake as far as I'm concerned.
Now, don't believe everything you read in the papers.
Those are facts.
Well, how can you be sure? You haven't set foot in Domingo for 2 years.
I want no dealings with Icarus. Have I made myself clear? Is that it? Audience over. Can I go now?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much for coming. There's a car waiting for you downstairs.
Mr. Mace, you're just in the process of setting up your first feature film, I believe, a war story.
That's right.
I hope it goes well.
Thank you.
Should be rather interesting. Most of it shot on Minister of Defence property, lots of help from the Army. Sounds exciting.
Yes.
I hope the authorities have offered you every facility.
As a matter of fact, they have.
It would be awkward if those offers were withdrawn.
Are you trying to blackmail me?
You have a tendency to overstate things, Mr. Mace.
Oh, there's been a change of plan, has there? No, the location makes no difference. As long as you give me plenty of warning. Yes. As soon as possible. Goodbye.
I mean, look at it. Might as well stick him in the middle of the round pond.
Ideal for a sitting duck.
It's going to take some covering, especially with a few men available.
I suppose it's pretty foolproof, though, really. Nobody knows about this place except us. And if we grab Rafus the moment he turns up...
Sure. You keep your eyes on that German queen. If he gets to hear of the switch and then disappears again, we might as well shoot Icarus ourselves and have done with it.
General Icarus, I urge you to follow our recommendations. I'll go further and say you have no choice.
Is this the way you welcome visitors of state? How dare you treat me in this manner?
I can guarantee your safety only if you cooperate with us.
Malcolm. How are you, Malcolm?
How are you, Father?
Have you heard how the British insult me?
No, Father. There is no insult intended. It's for your own good. They are trying to protect you.
Protect me? I am the savior of my people. From whom do I need protection?
You're not without enemies. Some people would prefer you dead, like the DLP, for example.
The DLP are a rabble of fools. I do have enemies, but they are spineless people like Sir Reginald Vaughton, the Bauxite Company, and all those vampires who have bled our country dry.
All right, Father.
Now this man wants me to hide like a common criminal. I will not do it. I'd rather go home.
That wouldn't be advisable, Father. It would look bad. The British press would make a meal of it. Already they consider you an unpredictable megalomaniac. You would simply be giving them an excuse to write more lies about you.
I was right to send you to London, Malcolm. You have started to think like a British politician. Very well, Mr. Strand. I agree to your suggestion. I shall visit Stanley Mace for a day or two, but inform the press it's purely a personal matter.
General Icarus, I congratulate you on a very wise decision.
Helmut, I'm sure I'm being followed.
Oh? By whom?
By a man. I'm sure of this.
You should be very flattered. You're a pretty girl. Of course men will follow you.
No, it's not that.
Then what? The police?
Helmut, it's not funny. This whole thing has gone badly since the beginning.
Don't be a stupid woman. How could it be the police? What do they know? They don't know what I look like. They don't even know I'm here. As far as they're concerned, I could have fallen overboard somewhere at sea.
But what if Penfolds should have...
It didn't have time.
I'm sorry.
You should know by now that I'm always right. I have to be. That is why I've never been caught.
But I am being followed, Helmut. And I think this time it may be different.
Well, if you are being followed, I shall have to do something about it, shan't I?
We could get out of here tonight. We could take a boat train to Dublin and fly out from there.
That will not be necessary.
Helmut, listen to me. One day, you will have bad luck. You will take one risk too many, and that will be that. Do you think you are immortal? You are a gifted man, a talented artist. Do you want to end your life hunted down like some animal?
That is not my intention.
Helmut, let us get away from all of this right now. Please, let me arrange for the tickets.
I will finish this commission. But there must be no mistakes. No one in the way.
No. No!
That's what I call surveillance. And where's the other one? The so-called male part of the act?
I don't know, sir.
Marvelous. That's really put the cat among the pigeons. Okay, so we blew it. But don't forget he walked right past you coming off that ship. Over.
Yes, all right. How are you tackling it now? Over.
I've got half my strength out looking for him. And we've had a bit of luck. At last he slipped up too. He left a map of the southeast of England in the dressing room, and part of the upper Thames is ringed in pencil. Bang in the center is the barge area.
But I guess he's coming your way. Over.
Right, I'll see you when you arrive. Out.
Okay, Sergeant?
Nothing stirring in the woods, sir.
Oh, not even a rabbit.
Haven't seen any so far.
Craven was right. It's an impossible area to cover with the men we've got. Why are politicians so inconsiderate, do you think?
Sir?
Why on earth did this tin pot general have to show up at the same time as the Soviet premier? I'd call that inconsiderate.
I doubt whether he'd see it that way.
No, I suppose not. I'll keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, sir. Sir, they're coming out again.
Oh, the idiots. They're complaining that it's too hot below decks. It'll get hotter still if Vicaris stops a bullet.
Big trouble.
My people respect authority. They like hard work. They're like little children. They need guiding.
It's 2 years since I did that documentary on Tobago, and at that time I'd have agreed with you. Now, from what I hear, you've simply replaced the tyranny of the colonialists who were there before you.
What do you mean, man? You don't know nothing. It's been 2 years, right? You said it.
You shouldn't ask me questions if you don't want an honest answer. I'm not here to flatter you, General. I only agreed to have you here as my guest because I wouldn't like to see you assassinated. The very fact that the British government take that possibility seriously must surely tell you something.
Everybody loves Daddy Yakiris, man.
You shut your mouth, boy. Things I put your way, you should be grateful.
Oh, I am. I certainly am, Father. And one day, maybe I'll be able to pay you back.
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. I'll be able to pay you back. I'm thinking of going into politics.
So, Rehfuss murdered the Moritz girl, left in a hurry, and forgot the map. Well, at least we know where we are now.
Yeah, he's either on the way down
or already here. How the devil did he find out? Only a few people knew about the switch in location.
Not that few, sir.
Well, we did, obviously, in the ministry.
There's also Yakiris, his son, the whole of the West Indian entourage, and Mr. Mace.
She's not wrong. Sir, can I have your permission to move some real manpower down on this job?
Yes.
Sir.
Any point in trying to move him again?
Well, not unless we lock him up in the Nixer. Look at the ruckus he caused this time.
Craven?
Sir?
Get those people inside the barge.
Right, sir. All right, quick as you can. Out. How many of you?
Just me and Sergeant Bates.
Armed?
I am.
Just want to be sure whoever's looking over my shoulder will pull the trigger if necessary.
If necessary, yes.
Right, we need it over the other side. Come on.
Sergeant.
Now, the British said you're in danger of being assassinated, Father. You believe them. Mr. Mace believed them. I believe them.
Why shouldn't we?
Because it could all be a great hoax.
What hoax?
Excuse me, sir. Could we ask you to keep inside, please?
It's too hot in the cabin, Chief Inspector.
Well, I appreciate that, sir, but we'd be much happier if the General were to stay under cover.
Very well, Mr. Craven.
Thank you very much, sir.
Are you going to obey him?
Why not? He's only doing his job.
It's not always wise to do as the British say.
What do you mean?
They might be trying to make a fool of you, even make you look a coward. Will you give them that satisfaction?
He's asking for trouble, isn't he?
He just agreed to keep undercover. What's the matter with the man?
He's obviously not taking the threat seriously.
All I've got is a handful of men from both sides of the river. There's Isabel and the commander tucked away over there, and just one man in a speedboat.
And that's all.
Well, apart from you and me and Akiris' bodyguard.
Well, at least the Russian PMs were looked after.
Better go and speak to Akiris again.
I said I wanted the General inside. Over.
I've just asked him for the second time, sir. He absolutely refuses. I think he must be around the twist. I can't force him down at gunpoint. Over.
No, Craven, I suppose you can't. Out.
This way!
Are you all right, sir?
I thought I was safe here. You said I would be safe.
Where is your son?
That's far enough. Okay.
Bill, where is he? All right?
Oh, sure.
How's North?
He's all right now, sir.
What was the matter?
He's human, sir. He threw up.